Hi guys, welcome to Techie DIY. In today's video I'm going to be looking at a flashlight or torch from LE, which is perfect for camping and use around the home, garden or garage. This is what you get in the box. We have the torch, some instructions, a USB cable and a carrying strap. The instructions are pretty good, so that's a good sign. The flashlight is relatively large and box shaped, which you don't see quite so often these days. The shape was to originally accommodate larger lantern or lead acid batteries, but now of course we have much smaller, lighter lithium cells. But nonetheless, this type of flashlight is actually pretty useful, making it easy to find when you're searching around your tent in the middle of the night, and also balanced when you're trying to aim it at something you're working on. The large flat base really helps in this regard, so I actually prefer this shape of flashlight to small round types. Two of the things that have changed for the better are the weight and the light output. Just for the fun of it, this is an old lamp I've had for about 20 years and it weighs in at a whopping 1,719 grams compared to the 725 grams of the LE torch. Now if you compare the light output, so getting back to the flashlight, it's rated at 10 watts, it's powered by two 18650 rechargeable lithium cells with a total capacity of 3600 milliamp hours. The front light has a high and low output, which is selected with this switch. The high selection has an output of 1000 lumens and a runtime of approximately 2 hours, and the low selection has an output of 400 lumens and a runtime of 4 hours, so it roughly doubles the runtime. There is also a side lantern for use as an area light, which is particularly useful in a tent. Again, it has two selections, 130 lumens with a runtime of 5 hours and 70 lumens with a runtime of 11 hours. On the other side there's a red warning light with 20 LEDs. They call it an SOS light, but it doesn't actually flash SOS in Morse code. The flashlight can also be used as a USB power bank, supplying 5 volts at 1.5 amps. And the same socket is also used to charge the torch with the supplied USB Type A to Type A cable. A slight niggle is that most modern equipment uses a micro USB socket for charging, and you're less likely to have a Type A to Type A USB cable lying around. There is a power indicator on the back consisting of 4 LEDs, each of which represents 25% of the battery capacity. The carrying strap snaps into the two brackets on the top. Now let's have a quick look at what's inside. The case is held together with self-tapping screws, some of which are hidden under the labels. The edge of the case slots together but without any seals. The torch has an IPX4 rating, which means it's splash proof and should be okay in the rain, but if you drop in a lake then it will just fill up with water. There are two 18650 lithium cells. The side light consists of a PCB with 12 LEDs. Each of the 3 rows has 4 LEDs in parallel and a 3.6 ohm current limiting resistor. The emergency light has 20 LEDs. Each of the 5 rows has 4 LEDs in parallel and a 150 ohm current limiting resistor. Everything is connected to the main PCB using plugs and sockets. I couldn't identify most of the chips on the PCB, but the integrated circuit on the bottom left is most likely a TP4056 single cell lithium charger. According to the spec, the main light is a Cree XML T6, and as best I can determine, that's what we've got. The heatsink is moulded around the reflector and it seems to do a good job even after extended use. Next I tested the runtime of the flashlight by leaving the main beam running on full power, and that lasted just over 2 hours, exactly as specified. Finally, let's have a look at the torch in use. This was filmed during twilight at dusk, and it gives you an idea of just how powerful and directional the flashlight is. And even on the lower power setting, it's still pretty bright. So in conclusion, I really like this torch and I'm quite happy to recommend it. The Amazon links are in the video description. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again next time.